Hello, you're welcome to my channel, and in this video we're going to be learning how to create a 3D level design. In the previous video we learned how to control the character using the keyboard. Now we're going to be creating a level. So right now if you look at this scene I have here inside Blender, I have been able to create just simple planes that I have named. And I've given them names because I will be using them inside Godot engine to create the level. So I have things like the right wall and left wall, cover wall, and then I have here the roof and I have the floor. So the PBR shader is actually the PBR materials are the things I use. Yes, I have my normal albedo and then the metallic and then also the normals, which is connected to the principal shader. So this is just how I set up the standard material that works very well inside Godot engine. So right now I have the traps, and I have a side trap that will be going this way, and then a floor trap that will be going this way. And I have stars you can pick up, and also the final thing is a kind of magical key that you'll be able to collect, and it's on this treasure table. So this is basically everything, and everything I've done here, I have a lamp here too. Everything I've done here, I did it based on the size of my character here. I have to bring into the scene to be able to make sure it's actually the size I want it to be. So the other thing here is, let's look for it, is this here. So we can be able to just drop this here. This the sort of bridge that we're going to be climbing or using to cross whenever we want to go to the next part of the temple. So the idea of the game is just to go through various traps and to pass through this kind of very slim bridge to be able to get to the next part of your game. So I'm just going to drop this somewhere here. Right now everything here is on the, let me make this visible. It's actually on the center. Okay, so I have this in the center of my scene. Let me go back to my layout so you actually see it. So I have this entire thing at the center of my scene, and I will be exporting it together. And the thing I didn't tell you right now is this particular floor here is a game over screen. So if you actually fall on top of this particular thing, that's the game over for you. So I'll just select everything, click drag over all this, and I'll go over here to file and export it. So I'm going to override my former export and make sure I have this mesh apply modifier on. I have my temple there, and I'm going to just export it. So right now I'm just going to import this asset here. So now once you're done importing your 3D asset, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm right here inside Godot engine. So this is the last thing we worked on, our 3D character. So I have a temple here, and I'm going to just right click on this temple and open as inherited. And I'm going to go ahead here and just say open anyway. So I'm going to have access to the exact files I'm using. So if you go back, you'll be able to see this entire thing that you have actually imported right now here. So the next thing you want to do is to be able to arrange your entire scene to make it look good. So right now I'm just going to select this too, and let me select both of them. I have this, use this, and I'll select this too, and also that one. And I'm just going to move them out because they're going to be somewhere at the extreme of this particular game. So now I'm going to go ahead to do some simple things here. The first thing you want to be able to do is that you have to understand that the fastest way to do this is just to put collision shapes using the mesh here, but I wouldn't advise that because it actually causes a sort of lag on the performance of the game. So I prefer that you actually do it manually. So I have been able to name all this, so you'll be able to see the names on it. So I have a floor there. So I'll start with the floor. So I'll right click on the floor and add a static body. And under the static body, I'm going to add a collision shape. And that collision shape, I'm going to turn it into box 3D. So it's going to give me something like this. And I will just quickly drag this down until it's just a bit above, or something like that. Now we'll just spread this to here and select that again, push this to that side, and then make sure that this one is to the extreme there. We're just going to do this for the just once, and then we'll just duplicate it. So I'm just going to push this to this place. This is very important so that your scene will be working smoothly. Push this to the extreme there, like that, and you can leave the one at the bottom here. It doesn't really matter. Just the top that is the most important part of it. So the same thing is what you're going to do to all this, but you can leave the top and you don't have to put a collision because nothing is colliding with, except you intend to fly or something. So let me just fast forward this part and just do the same thing for here. Before I actually go ahead to do that, let's bring in a character and see how it works here. So I'm going to drop the character just somewhere there. And I will bring in lights. Let me just select this and add light to it. So I'm going to add an omni light. And I want here to be a bit just something colorful. And then expand this. I'll quickly select this and Shift D or Control D to duplicate it, Control D, and drop it together with this one here. And quickly I'll select this and make sure that my lights have the same. I have my lampstand, I have this. So I'm going to go ahead to change the color of this so that it actually reflects the light we'll have there. I'm just going to do something like that. Okay, so I'll go ahead to save this. I'm going to save this as 3D level. That's what I'm going to call this. I'll call it game level underscore level, and save it in my scenes. So right now I have something like this. So if you actually play this game, let's see what it's going to look like. You'll have something like that. So the light is not very bright, so we're going to have to increase it. now we're just going to be creating a very simple scene. Okay, so I think this is good, and we'll just quickly also increase the range for both of them. So we'll be using this light for the meantime for our work. So now to go on with the level design, let's put more things here. So one more thing I haven't done, I haven't added the collision for this, so I'll go ahead to do that now. I don't need them right now. I'm going to do that when I start working on the traps. So right now we'll have a better scene and we can be able to do something like this. And if you fall, it keeps on falling. So let's go ahead to add a collision to this one too. This is meant to be an area, so that's meant to be the game over screen. So game over, let's call it the fire floor. And still add static body. I'm gonna add a collision there too. Let's select this too. Select this, select this, select this, select, hold shift and select that, and this, and this, and that too. And let's do that again. We're going to do Control D and drag it out so it joins this one. And drag this all under here. So it's easy for me to select them. Control D again, and just drop this here. So I have a third part, and I'm going to do just 4 of it. I have about 4. Let's see if it will be too big for our game. So we'll have just something like this. Another thing you can be able to do to make the game look very interesting is just go ahead to select this and do it again, select this, this, and that, and just Control D to duplicate and use the cover here. We're going to select this part and delete this one. So we'll have this treasure at the end here. So we're going to just leave it like that. This one can just come to the floor here you have these things. It's just over here. We're going to get a fire floor and duplicate it. I have one appearing here, duplicate, and another one somewhere here, duplicate, and another one somewhere here. So this will be enough for our work. And lastly, I would like to close my temple. Select this and duplicate this. So what you just did was to create reusable parts that you can be able to easily use again and again in your work. So right now, if you look at here, you just see a very simple temple where you can be able to follow and you can be able to pass. So let's just go ahead and play and see how smooth this game is right now. So right now we'll have a very simple game. So you see here, here it's quite dark, so we need to work on the lights and the environment. So you have something like this, and once you fall to here, and that will be game over for you. So I think I like the smoothness of the game right now. So now let's go into adding some lights in the environment. So we want to do a complete level design here, so that we won't have to make the lights to be a separate tutorial. So right now I'm just going to, I've already added the normal light, so I'm going to use the environmental light to light up the other part of the scene. So I have here, and I'll go over to this place and click on these three buttons and add environment scene here. So if you click on the environment, world environment that comes in here right now, you can just click on the environment here and open up the sky. So if you click on this sky here, you can just leave this for the meantime. Double click on this and you see different parts of the sky, what it's made of. But right now we're not seeing the sky here, so we don't really need this right now. So what we want to do is just to increase this a bit so that we can have something like that. I'm just going to play this game again, and you see the difference in the light system just by this energy multiplier. So right now it's quite well, the light is now too much and we don't like that. Environment to be a bit dark, so I'm going to just go for 0.3 and see it's getting darker right now. So you have this from the outside. If you look at the outside here, if you want to be able to control the color of the sky from the outside, so we'll have this for the background here. So I would like here to be I think we're going to work with this because we want a bit of dark scene. Okay, I like this one now. So right now, if you look at here, the environment, you will barely see this, so it's part of the difficulty of the game. So I'll have something like that. So I like the smoothness of the game right now. Let's go ahead to do something here. I'd like to make this about 0.5 and leave it there. Okay, so that's basically how we can design our entire scene. The last part is let's just add some collision to this guy here. So I'm just going to right click on it and put a static body to, and static body, I'm going to add a collision shape to it and add capsule, and the capsule should be good for it. And I think this should do the job for us. So we'll have everything that we need in this particular game. So this is basically how we can create a very simple level, and that we can be able to play. And if you do it this way, you actually see that your scene will be very smooth. But if you use this feature where you can be able to do it automatically here, your scene will be lagging. So just bear that in mind as you're designing. So in the next video, we're going to be doing some other things like being able to pick up these stars. We're gonna have these stars. We can pick up stars, and the last part is to pick up the key there, and then we'll also have the traps, coming to attack us each time we actually passing, and that's what's gonna make our game to be very, very difficult. So let's play this game one more time. And please do remember to subscribe to my channel and like the video, share with your friends, and in the next video we'll be doing something much more interesting that will make the game very, very interesting to play. All right, I'll see you in the next video.